What's going on, guys? Greg here. Welcome back to another video. Now that the sun goes down so early, you look at the clock, it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and you're just bored out of your mind. So I went for a drive, got some food, went to Home Depot, and then just decided to come here and work on the car to keep me sane for the rest of the night. So we're actually gonna do a few things. I still have the stock intake, the stock inlet pipe, and I still have the stock ignition coils, but we got all this stuff from a buddy who sold his car and got all this stuff for cheap. We got the MSD ignition coils, so 4 of those, super easy to put in, direct drop in. And we got the PRL Titanium Inlet pipe, so that's gonna replace the OEM inlet pipe, and it'll look something like that, all said and done. And he burnt it already. The burnt titanium look looks pretty good. Pipercross cold air intake, also got this pre-owned from a guy on Facebook. He was selling it, got that for like $150 off retail. But yeah, the car is going into Honda tomorrow for its first free oil change by the dealer, because Honda I think gives you 2 years of free maintenance, but I've already done all my own oil changes like 5 or 6 times because I do track days. I don't use the 0W20 factory oil for track days, so they're taking out the Motul oil here and they're gonna put in whatever they use, the Honda 020, and I'm just gonna run that for the winter, and then before my next track day, I'll switch back to the Motul 5W30. That oil has been treating me wonderfully, and I know it's expensive, but if you saw my previous videos, FCP Euro, they sell it, and if you can send back the old oil, you'll have lifetime free oil changes. Don't really need too many crazy tools to do this job, so we're gonna take out the intake. It's a fairly straightforward, you just need like a couple ratchet wrenches, some extensions, 10mm. I just have a general, socket set. I have a cordless ratchet here. This is gonna come really handy, save you a lot of time. Some flatheads, some Phillips screwdrivers. Now the whole thing can pop out. Factory gasket, gonna keep this, reuse it. Got the new one seated in, gonna bolt it back up from this to the turbo. And then the 2 bolts holding on the wiring harness, 1 bolt here, 1 bolt there, and 1 bolt there. And then don't forget, we have to also add this grommet in between the inlet pipe and the head. So we take out the spacer so it's easier to slip on. Definitely having a cordless ratchet helps with this job by a lot. And it's also good to have a magnetic telescopic one. If you ever drop a bolt down there, this can get it rather easily. Now we're gonna finish up putting on the couplers, and then we're gonna put in the Pipercross intake. I have the new hose clamp for this piece of pipe here. Now it's time to install the Pipercross intake. This is how it looks. I actually tried not to buy one of these for the longest time because I wasn't a huge fan of the way they looked, and they're also like $450 if you buy them brand new from the UK. That PRL pipe is not used and this is used instead, but this is supposed to fit on a stock intake. And this is meant for a stock intake too, so I think that's where this factory piece is retained. We're gonna have to transfer over the mass airflow sensor from the factory box too, and put it here, right here so that way you get airflow from the front of the bumper into the box and then through the inlet. There is 2 mounting points up here on the front bumper, and then there's gonna be another mounting point on the back. So we just loosely secured all the fasteners, and then we'll go ahead and tighten everything up once we guarantee that this is a perfect fit. Transfer over the MAF. Got a Phillips size 2 on here. These things are so small, so you want to make sure you use the right screwdriver size so you don't strip the thread on the top. It can happen very easily. The arrow will face towards the intake, the inlet pipe. And then now we can put our new screws in. There you go. Just like that. Pipercross Intake works perfectly with the PRL Turbo Inlet. Everything is direct bolt in. Nothing had to be customized. It fits great in here. And now let's see how it sounds.